Is Bitbucket a good DevOps tool for 2021? Who's even using it? Anyone? Is it out there? Is it in the wild? Do I use it often? Should you spend any time studying it? Should you bother even learning it? Let's get those questions answered right now. Hey, Mike here from learndevops.com.au, and in this video we're going to be talking about Atlassian's Bitbucket software. So Bitbucket is a software version control system. It's very much like GitHub, GitLab, Azure DevOps, except of course it has its own spin on how you approach that problem of storing code based on Git repositories. Overall, as a tool, I find that it actually has low to moderate use across multiple industries. I have seen it being used in a few startups, and I've seen it being used mostly in governments and large enterprises. But overall, it has a pretty low to moderate use case. I actually see more GitHub and GitLab. My thoughts overall on Bitbucket is that I'm not really a fan of it. It's not a particularly bad product, but I actually prefer GitLab, and I always recommend GitLab. Bitbucket just has one of those UIs that doesn't just quite click for me. It never really implemented or used correctly within an organization, although what I will say that it definitely a positive aspect to Bitbucket is that it integrates quite nicely with Jira and Confluence. So if you're a bit of an Atlassian house and you have the whole Atlassian stack going for you, then it is going to integrate very nicely with all those other Atlassian tools. You're going to be able to see your Jira tickets inside of pull requests and so on and so forth. So it is very nice in that regard, but overall, I'm not really that big of a fan. So then the question is, should you get familiar with it? In my opinion, no, don't even bother. I just don't really see the point. I would actually suggest and prefer if you invested your time into GitLab and GitHub, because honestly, you're going to learn a lot of the core concepts around a software version control system, because it's pretty much the same across the board. They just present the data a little bit differently. GitLab presents it differently to GitHub, GitHub to GitLab, and Bitbucket differently again. So I would actually focus your efforts on tools that you're actually going to see more in the wild, which is going to be GitLab and it's going to be GitHub. Hopefully that was a very quick, brief, but useful introduction to Atlassian Bitbucket. Hopefully that will give you an idea as to whether or not you're going to see it in the wild. If this is the kind of video that you like to see, then of course hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, and hit the like button. That lets me know that this is the kind of content that you want to see. And of course, if you want to join us, if you want to ask any questions, if you just want to come and have a chat, then head on over to chat.learndevops.com.au. Hopefully we get to connect soon. Cheers. Very nice.